Hi, so welcome to the Clarity Spotlight, where it's your chance to shine. I'm really, really lucky to have with me today Wendy Hudson, founder of Wendy Hudson Photography. You recently did the Clarity Constant Change program, and you very kindly have come in to talk about your experience of overwhelm to clarity so that you can inspire other people, hopefully take that time out to stop and really think about what they want. So I'm going to take the backdrop off, so we've got your lovely smile. Fabulous. So just tell us a little bit about what was happening for you when we first started. Overwhelm for you was like what?
Overwhelm was basically feeling that I was snowed under and not knowing which way to turn. So it's a bit of a fog with both stuff at work-wise and home as well. I couldn't work out what was the way forward to where I wanted to be.
What was the impact on home and business and you personally when you had overwhelm like that?
It felt rather chaotic, and certainly home, because I work from home, felt very chaotic, and I couldn't see a way around how I would be able to ever get that to actually work.
And so for you, what's happening now, you said before you got clarity. So clarity for you is like what?
It's really about being able to take a little bit of a step back and see exactly what's going on, both home and work-wise. And because you can then see that clearly, it means that you can actually see what you need to do to move forwards.
So when you take a step back, what happens to the fog?
It lifts. It's almost like you're actually being someone else who's looking at it. And the fog just, I won't say it's completely gone, but it certainly clears enough so that you can work out some steps to take and what needs to be done first.
Yeah. So what's happening now to business?
Business is doing really well. I've probably had my busiest June that I've ever had, and it's actually made me be able to nearly tick off one of my things on my list of actually having a family holiday this year. So that is going well.
Hold that and enjoy that, because I see you hesitating a little bit. It does bring me joy, because it was only a few months ago really when you were looking at not getting enough leads in, and for you to have your busiest month ever and to feel that actually it's going to be possible. I know you've still got to get money coming in and you've got to keep that faith going, but that there's what I'm hearing, and it's my words not yours, is there's hope that there's actually that if you can maintain what you've done, and not if or when you maintain that, then you can actually have that holiday. So it's amazing. So having got that clarity about business and having more business come in, and I know you work very closely with your husband to get the website with the message, etc. And you said you've been doing some stuff on Facebook, which has been slightly different, and you've been doing some collaborations. But with business looking like that, what's happened to family?
Well, we've made a few decisions about where the business goes to help the family as well. I wasn't sure how I could actually run a business from home and have a kind of peaceful home life as well, which we've now worked out, and the children are happier, and they're never going to get along perfectly because they're children. However, I do feel that they are a little bit more settled than they were.
So one of the big challenges you had is that your studio was in your living room, so you're having to move everything around. So you've actually sort of redone your space, haven't you, to make it work better as your business and family together?
Yeah, I mean, you can see that my rolls of paper are behind me on the wall. This is my lounge, and they are still up there. We're halfway through getting the studio room, which was our dining room, finished. But because I was so busy for June, we've had to put that on hold for a little bit. But hopefully that will be done soon.
Yeah. That's the ongoing balance, isn't it? We want to be busy, then we get busy. I recognise that. I relate to that completely. So that's where the next bit is then managing our time, the expectation. Keep clear on what the actual priorities are at any one time. So what is it that's actually worked for you to gain clarity and to sustain it as you are at the moment?
I think it's taking the time out to actually sit and look at things. And reminding myself constantly that if I put something in my diary, it gets done. But I've got to remember and make the effort to actually put it in my diary. So if I put in my diary that I'm doing my accounts on a Monday and put a time next to it, I will sit and do my accounts on that day. But I've got to have that little push to make me actually write it down.
So what works? You put it in your diary, and that gives you that push. So what
Yeah.
do you wish you'd known before we'd met and you learned about the clarity process?
I think probably that I can do everything. I can do everything that I need to do, but that sometimes I do need help to actually achieve things. And that everything can work together, which I think was what was lacking. I didn't feel anything could work together, but now I actually do feel that it can.
That's one of the biggest changes I noticed. People often get in their decision making process like an either or instead of I can have both and have, it's and this. I can have family life and the business being successful. So it always makes my heart sing when I hear that coming up. Now,
Yeah.
a question I didn't tell you I was going to ask you, so I'm quite happy if you just don't want to answer it, but I'm going to ask you, what would you tell someone who's in overwhelm right now? What would be your number one bit of advice?
I would say, I'm going to say two bits of advice. One is to just take a step back and have a look at it, but also to, if you need to, contact someone and actually get some help to do it. I probably would have done it without actually having contacted you and made that time. And because you are putting it in your diary, and so obviously you're paying for things, you actually make sure you do it rather than leaving it to just go on and end up feeling that you just can't do it at all.
Fabulous. Thank you ever so much for sharing space with me today and telling your story. I know it'll inspire other people not to feel like they're on their own, and we'll have more people with clarity. Hopefully we'll have more happiness as well in the world. So thanks very much then, Wendy.